Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 4 vs 4 on Rian Jungle. Playing on Team 2 as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got Catgirl. We've got Martin playing as the Orks, we've got Eric playing as the Demon Hunters, and we've got Matt at 10114 as the Chaos Demons. And playing on Team 1 as the Demon Hunters, we've got Tiger Shark, we've got Demi playing as the Sisters of Battle, we've got Master Cultivator Hunter Biden playing as the Imperial Guard, and we've got Yarnum Hunter playing as the Eldar. So, Rian Jungle, quite a large map. A lot of fighting tends to spawn around this side of things. You've got basically 3 kind of areas for Team 1 to be able to come in, whereas Team 2 have only got really 2 areas. So, it's kind of swings and roundabouts, really. It's kind of hard to say how much of an impact that will have on the gamers. I mean, potentially, if you're able to just put a lot of defensive stuff over here from the perspective of Team 1, you're able to basically put a lot of pressure on this side and basically cut these 2 teams away from supporting each other, and yeah, that might come into play, that might not, who knows. And also, each team has got 2 people spawned right next to each other, so we've got Demon Hunters spawned next to Demons, so that might be a bit of a tricksy thing if they can jump over the edges here. And we've got the Eldar sat next to the Chaos Space Marines, which shouldn't really be too much of a problem for either team, especially in the early game. Of course, we go for Raptors, but I'm not expecting any Raptors from Catgirl. Usually it's a big fight in the centre, as there are 2 relics for the left-hand side team. Well, the right-hand side team, they've got their relics nice and defensible, so the left-hand side team really do need to concentrate in holding the centre point here. We are already seeing some Stormtroopers coming out from Tiger Shark. We've got the Cultists from Catgirl and some Storm Guardians from Yarnum Hunter who will be going against these Chaotic lads. They've got their chain swords ready to go about their business. But 3 Eldar versus 3 Chaos Space Marines. Tale as old as time, some would say. And they're probably not going to win this, but you know, it's always nice to see some people get proper crumps to do, like how this guy's got a mace. But decided to put away his mace just to punch the Eldar to death. Very satisfying stuff. We have got Martin's big mech coming forth. Storm Guardian's going to fall, but we do have Rangers from Yarnum Hunter. Also some Seraphins for some quick mobile reinforcement of Demi's allies. And Blue Horrors, yeah, I imagine Matt is probably going to go for a significant amount of Blue Horrors, as that is standard for Demons in Tier 1, as that's the only ranged option as far as I am aware. Scholars and a whole lot of horses being brought to the 4th. Charging over, tying up those Blue Horrors as best they can. 1 Slugger Boy being left on their own as the Seraphins bob and weave. And then just right next to the Chaos Lord. Very brave of them. The Chaos Lord doesn't fall for it. He knows the rules. You sit on your hands when ladies come near you. That's the general way of doing things. The double Stormtroopers from Eric. Seeing how things are going. And these horses are being chained to the floor. Who's chaining them to the floor? What was that ability? That's normally a Chaos Sorcerer thing. Or am I getting that confused? Maybe that's an Iron Madness thing. Not entirely sure. Who really knows how this game works? Scholar's been brought down low. Only 1 scholar left. Sent back to the library. Storm Guardians getting their numbers back up and running. And it does seem that the left-hand side team have managed to get at least to the critical location. Oh, we do have the... We won't be able to see it very well because I've not had to... I had to kind of turn the graphics down for 4 vs 4. But that is the UN symbol. So the United Nations showing their face in the 41st millennium. Idris Elba is on the field. Big mighty crack on the Eye of Madness. Going to go toe-to-toe with the Chaos Lord. But even the might of Idris Elba can't exactly go toe-to-toe with someone possessed by the forces of Chaos Undivided. Commissar joined these guys. We're not seeing any conscripts from Master Cultivator Hunter Biden, which I always knew Hunter Biden had something to do with the Imperial Guard. But we've got some laptops somewhere in the middle of his command bunker, which none of us can see. None of us are allowed to see. So I'm not political. Not very political. I just like the memes that come from it. He says, "Ooh, avoid it, Miss Landshark. Don't do it." Like a drunk uncle at Christmas, expressing his political thoughts and opinions. Got Hunter. I've got a heavy bolter turret as well as actually a couple of turret emplacements down here. So you had left-hand side team getting squarely secured in the centre here. Which, like I say, it's not the end of the world because these guys have got their relics over on this side. It was just a potential for them to be able to maybe deny the relics to the left-hand side team. I'm going to push forward just a smidgen. After all, if they can hold this pass, they can put a lot of pressure on Matt's relic to the north. But something tells me they're quite happy sitting on the laurels here. No point in throwing away your ill-gotten gains by pushing too far too fast. Now, the question is this going to be a bit of an infantry slog, where you've got all your turrets around here, maybe put some bunkers down, get all the defences? We saw a game very similar to this, on this very map actually, a couple of weeks ago, where I was playing down here as the Space Marines, and we had a couple of... I think we had 2 Imperial Guard players down over on these sides, maybe. Can't quite remember, but they put down a lot of static defences over here, which works in the early game. As the game progresses onwards, those static defences do struggle to maintain their defensive hegemony in an area, if that sentence even makes any kind of sense. But Hunter Biden, he's hungry for it. We're seeing these blue horrors throwing around their pink Pokeballs, setting a guardsman or 2. Grenades been thrown, setting the Grenadiers on fire. Oh, some Howling Banshees. Yes, love to see a Howling Banshee or 2. Probably not ideal in this kind of matchup, but then again, I suppose they're not really ideal in any matchup, are they? Far too glass cannony. Their DPS potential is reliant on people standing still or being able to tie up slower units, which isn't going to be major in the early tiers. And later tiers, well, they'll be tanked, so they're kind of useless, but that's okay. Hell of Nurgle there, he's coming out for a pimp slap or 2. And the Howling Banshees cut down remorselessly. That's sad. Hell of Nurgle going to jog away as best he can, like a Finn Jabba the Hutt. Surfing's jumping straight on them, being instantly master blasted by the Grenadiers. Are going to fall back into safer ground. Hell of Nurgle resisting all kinds of damage. His health regen is quite bonkers.com. Guardian Defenders, Guardian Defender, no need for a plural there. Been killed it. Double War Trucks and some Chaos Space Marines glittering around. Would have one missionary there, doing a little spinny thing. Bonking the War Track around. We'll need to see some anti-vehicle stuff then, if this is the case, as the War Tracks will be able to smite down the turret emplacements lickety-split. Although the Imperial Guard, they have the option of getting all their melter guns and stuff if they get their tactical control, or at least some anti-tank support when they get into that tier 1/2. Heavy weapon servitors, armed with multi-melters. Watch it though, charging straight in. Doing a fair bit of damage to those weapon servitors. If you're not going to survive, you may as well sacrifice yourself for the great profit, for the great war. The Rhino transport of Demi, able to ferry lads and lasses around the battlefield. They might just be there just for some tanky armour, just to provide some additional defensive stuff. Hell of Nurgle had a bit of health chunked away. Got one lonely commissar, he's lost all his friends. Soon to lose his own life if he's not careful. But dedicated in showing his wrath to the Herald of Nurgle. Got Space Marines down here, they have got their missile launcher. Listing Shrine peppering them with shuriken bits and bobs. Commissar actually still knocking around. And his health regen, it's not too bad neither. Just stubborn, too angry to die. But wants to avoid that Chaos Lord as best he can. Knock straight back. But no, he's just going to go for it, isn't he? What a lad, what a Chad. But uppercutted, actually dying in the air. God rest your soul, Mr. Commissar, man. Dying what he loved best. Just being in the thick of it. Lovely to see. And there's a bit of a stalemate. Assaults from both sides, not gaining or losing any ground. A good mix of elite stormtroopers with their melter guns, although no vehicles for them to really make use of. Infiltrated cultists here. We don't see any infiltration detection over on this side, so they might get some good stuff going. They've got a lot of plasma guns on the go. The Surfins over here. Shooting. Who are you? Were you a... Oh, you're just regular Chaos Space Marine, never mind. I thought that was a character for a second. Nope, unnamed Chaos Space Marine, fighting the Long War no more. sent screaming back to the warp. Well, not back to the warp, he just dies, doesn't he? That's demons that get sent back to the warp. Chaos Space Marine dies, they just kind of die permanently. I think, as far as I'm aware, isn't it the case where if a Chaos Space Marine dies in the warp, there's a chance of them coming back? I could be mistaken. But when they're in the Materium, that's it, they're brown bread. Who knows, really? War truck coming forward. They've got their shooter boys, the big shooters. The Celestians, though, should be able to resist some of that damage, but there's a lot of big shooters. Herald of Nurgle. Yeah, I like him. He comes in, he does his stuff, and then he walks away, regens himself, and comes straight back in. Quite a popular champion, or hero, should I say. Hero, champion, commander, that's what we're going to call them, for Chaos Demon players. Lots of versatility and utility. It's not like the other... I mean, the other one that you see fairly often is the Slaneshi commander, who's quite fast and nimble, does a lot of DPS, but does tend to die a little bit easier. As is the way of Slanesh, really. Now, actually, Team 1, left-hand side, they've got the infantry. Spending a lot of money there on this infantry. They might regret it as these teams start to get their vehicles out. A Blood Crusher from Matt will certainly do a lot of business. Also, Weird Boy, lots of AoE damage on that lad. Teleporting straight around. Goes infiltrate for some reason. I didn't know you could get infiltrated. A quasi-artillery thing going on at the moment. Invisible lightning, very frightening. Fun fact, as some of you know, I work with kids at the moment. I work in a school, and one of the kids that I'm working with is struggling with his writing, creative writing specifically. So what I'm helping him do is that I'm helping him write a fan fiction about orcs. He wants to write a story that is centered around an orc stomper. And so one of the lessons I had to do from today was teaching him about orcs and how they work. So that was fun. Who said education has to be boring? But yeah, we've it's about 50 minutes just talking about how to write about orcs and stuff. That was pretty cool. Anyway, Blood Crusher's coming in, but there's a lot of anti-vehicle stuff going on, so he dies straight away. So actually, maybe the infantry focus isn't a terrible idea if you're able to keep these guys alive and stuff. Might need actually some artillery on these lads on the right-hand side to really take care of this stuff. Do you have much artillery? To be fair, the Demon Hunters don't have an amazing artillery. The Orks do have quite a decent, is it a Boom Crusher? The one where it's like a, looks like this, but it's got a big mortar on the front end that puts squigs in it and throws squigs about. But you can get, what they're called, Chaos Vindicator, that's always good. Oh, but side things going on. We do have Vipers and some Swooping Hawks. Cartgirl already anticipating this, has put down some heavy bolter turrets, missile stuff, and a Hellsmith spanking this Viper. But Double Dark Reapers, Swooping Hawks, all that stuff. Mind you, that Vindicator spawning at the right time, the right place. Doing all kinds of stuff. Gonna see some Havoc Marines going forward, but Cartgirl feeling quite confident that he's going to be able to... Yeah, that one Vindicator, yeah, that boy over there is going to sort it out. Maximising the amount of stuff you can do with the minimum amount of troops. Losing a plasma generator there. Going to see another Havoc squad as well. Chaos Vindicator goes down, but another one is spawned straight away in replacement. And yeah, it does seem that the Eldar have the brunt of their assault being taken care of here. They might go for some more though. I don't think... they've got some more Swooping Hawks ready to jump forward and see what they can do. Over here, not much really going on. Got lots of blue horrors. Going to see... Oh, that's nice. They're going for this upgrade. Can't tell what it's called, can't tell what it does, because I can't tell you what it is. But it's there. Swooping Hawks chunking down the Vindicator. Now seeing some Chaos Space Marines being pulled from the front lines. Also a War Truck, which I imagine has got the big shooters in here. Infiltrated cultists. Havocs with their auto cannons. Oh, never mind, you've got the flash kits. Nice. Quickly annihilating that Wave Serpent. Swooping Hawks soon to follow suit as well. Dark Reapers focused fire on. Say hello to our little friends, our big friends in this case. Very nice clean-up from Martin there. Moving forward some Inferno turrets for some aggressive defensive stuff. Rhino transport. Still, like I say, not really ferrying people around, just kind of being a nuisance. Do have a Caldaris assassin, a Calidus assassin, sorry. Caldaris is a completely different thing. You have artillery from, where are you coming from? Oh, there we go, from the Hellspawn. Also a Demon Prince of Nurgle. Will this guy actually be able to resist some of the incoming damage this time? Running complaint of mine is that he's not nearly as formidable as he could be, considering that he is a Demon Prince and one of Nurgle. But still quite intimidating model, and the Demon, what are you called? Where are you? A Demon Lord. Getting a fair few boys, pushing them back as well. Vindicator now also doing some work. Demon Prince coming forward to slash down that listing post. That's probably got to be the hardest one to hold, really, for the left-hand side team. It's far too close to all potential forms of aggression. And the left-hand side team aren't really holding all that well at the moment. We've got Tiger Shark bringing forth some Purgation, Hellfire Dreadnoughts. Celestians moving on the northern side. Commoners are standing with the boys, but once the flash gets come out, yeah, the infantry build is going to struggle against all this stuff now, actually. Vindicators, Hellspawn, Flash Gates. It's a difficult time for them, and the centre is now actually firmly in the grasp of the right-hand side team. What are the economies at the moment? 177 and 113, 138 and 79, 146 and 92, and 219 and 203, compared to 308 and 251, 141, 132, 118 and 52, and 194 and 159. So Eldar and Tiger Shark got some serious economy on the go. Been let down by Hunter Bynum, but then again, at the risk of making two political jokes in one game, he is a Democrat, so economy is not exactly his main forte. Ho ho, ha ha! Banter. We love a bit of banter, don't we? Anyway, before I get cancelled, the Flash Gates standing around in the middle. We do have the Demon Prince still online, and he's looking for some Hellfire Drone. Oh no, never mind, he's going to circumvent. Oh no, what were you going to do? There we go, you're going to go for all of them, actually. Not really deciding what target to go for, he just decides to hit everyone. Fair enough, young man. Left-hand side losing both their relics. But like I say, they've got a couple of avenues of attack. If they start defending over here from a double-pronged push from the Sisters and the Imperial Guard, they are also vulnerable to getting flanked on either side as well. So that's how the map kind of balances itself, I think. A Chaos Sorcerer Lord for Catgirl. Some Zinchi Mischief. Frontline Mechanized Command. Swapping onto Imperial Conscripts. By Grey Knight Brotherhood Champion being smashed around in the face. These guys are fairly happy. If they hold the centre, they can just sit around all day long. No questions, no problems asked. And the Eldar over here, quite isolated really. Do have a significant amount of support platforms down here. Also infiltrated as well with the webway gates, some of them as well, so won't be seeing anyone flanking them anytime soon. That's a lot of flash gates. Eldar are going to struggle a lot with this if they don't have any ally support. With the way the support platforms are placed, they're only going to be fighting one at a time. Attempting to build a third webway assembly down here. That's his third one. Oh, but I suppose they can always get ally support from Tiger Shark, considering that the Demon Hunters are renowned for their deep striking capabilities. The Grey Knight Purifiers, some big stabby sticks. But that's double flash kits, man. And also being supported by a Demon Prince of Nurgle. I think a big push from these lads, though. The Celestians, sparkling gold. The Champion of Nurgle's gone down. Actually, there's quite a substantial amount of lads and lasses. Conscripts for general damage absorption. Celestians for the main brunt of the damage. And supporting fire from the Hellfire Dreadnoughts. And there isn't really that much of unit diversity on the right-hand side now. They're just basically blue horrors, which aren't going to be doing much on their own. Do have some spawning fire from the Chaos Space Marines, as well as the Hellspawn, and a Desecrator of Nurgle from Matt. Down over here, they haven't really started pushing down too far on the Eldar. So really, these guys might want to fall back and see if they can support their allies from resisting this push. You have the Celestians still blazing with fury. They're not donuts, they don't glaze, they don't phase, they just do things. Look at him, he's just cracking on. Although, mind you, double Grey Knight champions going toe-to-toe with each other. So that Spider-Man meme, who are you? You're not meant to be here, you're not me. The Eldar now making a push out. Grey Knights providing that front line. That Reaper's being zapped by some Zinch nonsense. Also got a weird boy seeing what he can do. Although going toe-to-toe against the Farseer. And, oh dear, Martin has disconnected. Oh, well, dear, oh dear, that's not a happy time for him. Ultimate Apocalypse is, by and large, a quite substantially stable mod if everyone's got the correct graphic settings. It's a very rare case when people drop out midway through, but sometimes happens. And, well, I'm 21 minutes into the cast now. I'm not going back. You can't make me. The Rhinestar team now playing on hard mode, with the Orks dropping out. I like that. In my head, that's kind of canon. The Orks have probably got distracted from something else. Thought, you know what? There's a bigger war to happen somewhere else. Let's go and sort them out. And actually, yep. These guys, without the Orks, have lost more or less the centre straight away. But in saying that, they were going to lose the centre anyway. Obviously, they already lost it. So that's at least a small caveat. That's at least a small thing going on. Well, that's a lot of Hellfire Dreadnoughts there. And not a lot in the way of anti-vehicle stuff for Matt or Eric here. The Immolator tanks armed with their multi-melters. And it's going to be a slog. The right-hand side team is at a major disadvantage. But we have seen crazier things, boys and girls. And I say this every time when we say crazy things. I wonder what the craziest thing we've ever seen on the channel so far. Oh, we'll have to do a montage of crazy things up in the past. So now Bella, she's here, angry woman. Going toe-to-toe with the Desecrators. Eric with his Purgation Assault Dreadnoughts. Oh, I see. We're going to go for the close combat variants. Big stabber on his left arm. The Imprint of Nurgle trying to... Where's my mouse gone? The Imprint of Nurgle trying to escape the wrath of Arabella. She's sticking on him like a fly on shit. It's all kicking off in this narrow choke point here. Smaller force holding back a larger enemy. The Eldar down here is also coming round on the side as well, but Eldar not really being all that successful in their attacks against Catgirl. Although Catgirl is asking for help, as Tiger Shark is summoning in some boys. Actually, he is teleporting them away to safer ground. So fair enough. They have been defended quite nicely. Got the Hellspawn down over onto this side. It does mean as well, though, that all these points can now be taken by an ally as well. So if anyone wants additional economy, that is indeed available for them. And yeah, 2 players defending this area from a combination of Imperial Guard and Sisters. I'm going to turn their attention to Catgirl down here. Maybe if everyone focuses on things. We've got the artillery of these Night Spinners constantly being fired into the Chaos Space Marines base. It does seem that Catgirl has swapped to Rubik Marines exclusively. Inferno Bolts helping them against infantry, buildings and vehicles. That's a significant Imperial force coming down upon her. These guys, I mean, they might have to come round and do some assistance or focus on the centre. Oh, is that... What are you? Anime from Tiger Shark. No, that's Catgirl's anime. Fair enough. That makes sense. Who else wouldn't have the anime waifu photo on the banners? Got the Grey Knight Brotherhood champion looking to strike down that Chaos Shrine. But it is being danced into health by these heretics. But while defending this area quite nicely, they are being assaulted over here. Eric is providing some additional defences there. Matt has also brought down his Hellspawn. Oh, you're just spawning deployment turrets. Okay, fair enough. Won't win the engagement, but at least slow them down long enough for the Thousand Suns to reposition themselves. Eldar assassins sneaking their way into the base, getting a little bit of vision. Also able to prevent these guys from firing for a little while. Bringing the power of pacifism to the ranks. Well, it seems like they kind of ran out of steam, actually. They've had to travel a fairly long distance to get over here. And if they all die here, they lose basically the standing army at the moment. So no, they are going to cut their losses. They know that they don't have the killing blow here. Now going to fall back, although we'll have to manoeuvre around this Desecrate of Nurgle. Which actually, with all their metal guns, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Bring them down as quick as they can. Eldar, though, continuously bringing on the artillery. Not seeing any major... Oh, I've got the affordable housing down in the Eldar land. That's very nice. But no major... We're not seeing any nuclear stuff going on at the moment. We're not seeing any major... Oh, we've got a Nightmare Gate. Ah, and we've got the Helldrake, which has destroyed a fair bit of stuff over here by lots of things. So there we go. A flying titan. A mighty mechanical beast. Got some incarcerators trying to keep him at bay. And the Sisters and Imperial Guard gearing themselves up for more combat. Are you guys going for any... Oh, we've got the... I mean, mobile Capital Imperialis. Big stonking tank. And the Imperial Guard, yeah, they're just going for the basic stuff at the moment. No major late game stuff. Even though we are 27 minutes in. But double Hellfire Drakes, actually. They're quite late game, in all fairness. It's one thing that they're really good at. It's harassing the enemy base, destroying buildings. Their AoE, well, their arc of fire is quite substantial. I mean, look at that. Closely knit buildings are their speciality in destruction. And we get two of them working in tandem. It's pretty decent. Just watch how quickly they're able to wipe out all this stuff. Then again, as far as Titans go, they are probably the most vulnerable of Titans. As they are aircraft, so they aren't exactly going to be the tankiest of vehicles. But all the warp generators have gone down. The support platform soon to follow as well. And no one really to come down here and shake them off. But a big push coming on down this side. Maybe it's just a case of, well, if you're going to focus and bring all your heavy units down to harass our players, may as well do a big push now and see if we can force your Helldrakes back over into the middle. Not really cutting through things as fast as I'd like. Those Desecrators really holding their own as long as they can. There's some Thousand Suns here. Been cut off from the other Thousand Suns on the right hand side. Special weapons teams and Cassicans killing these Rubrics. No problem at all. Do have a Lord of Change as well. And yeah, just annihilation, destruction. Eldar was sitting quite pretty for a while, but now no more. Been double boofed by demons and titans alike. It's got some Chaos Terminators in there as well. Sheer amount of death and sadness. And brought to these Grey Knight Pegasus. Ideally they see a demon and think, oh, we can kill demons, that's in our name. Oh, he's got a Farseer going toe-to-toe with a Lord of Change. That's quite pleasing on the eyes. We'll get him. Zap him good. But not just being smacked around by a lot of change nonsense. Although we have managed to see these guys push through the initial barricade. Another Helldrake keeping these guys sweet and good. We do have a Nemesis Dread Knight as well, which is just the most ridiculous model I've ever seen. But someone dies. Who died there? The Eldar. The Eldar died. Fair enough. So now it's 3 versus 3. The right-hand side team using their positioning and forcing quasi-base trade here, but they managed to kill one team member of the left-hand side, but they've got a significant amount of Annihilators, Dreadnoughts, and the like over on this side, and they haven't really got much to really stop them. So what is the case? This is just the ultimate in base trading, which I mean the Imperial Guard, they've got structures around the map, so it's not as if like the Eldrakes are going to have the same kind of advantage as they did against the Eldar, where all their buildings were nice and compact together. Eldrak managing to hold the line in this narrow choke point. Don't really have anything or any substantial units from the team on the left. Unless, of course, they've got the mobile Capital Imperials. They could move it if they wanted to. Could bring it forth, but it's not exactly one of those units that basically win your games. They're kind of just there. They take a lot of damage. They're the nice thing to rally around. Much like a Land Raider, they don't exactly win battles half the time. They're just a good linchpin to hold all your forces nice and tightly. You have the Hellsmith repairing a Helldrake with the assistance of a couple of dancing queens. Rubik Marines not really holding on. I mean, we've got one dude here, he's doing something, but we're too busy reading a book or whatever they do. Eldrakes are just basically going around, and what is your plan? Just to go around and, oh dear, a lot of change. Making all these guys feel pretty blue. Yeah, the Imperial Guard, they've lost their main stuff down here. They've still got all this stuff over yonder. But maybe the plan is for the Helldrakes, just not get the wipes on anyone. Not kill a player outright, but just destroy their production capability. Yeah, it does seem actually that these Helldrakes are basically winning the game for the right team. Need to see some anti-aircraft stuff for them. The Sisters do have... Now, I can't remember, is it their lightning fighters that are really good against other aircraft? The Night Wings of the Eldar would have been really amazing for them. What are you? It's spawned by you. It is a explosion. Poof of gas. Oh no, it's something even more impressive. It is Saint Celestine herself. There's one thing she can do, is mess things up if she has the right mind for it. Slicing left and right. Although she is unsupported. So as epic as that would be, her just spawning. Oh, she's got a big turkey that she can go and fight if she really wants to. Lots of blue stuff being thrown by the Lord of Change towards those predators. I do love his attack animations. Very nice stuff. Aiming at Saint Celestina. What was she just standing there? Get her out of range of fire of that blooming Helldrake. They're going from one Drake into another. There's too many of them. A fleet of the most devilish pigeons you've ever seen. And she's just lost, really. Everywhere she goes. She's got no range to actually, so maybe Celestine is probably not the relic unit you wanted in this scenario. Well, all your problems are in the air. A lot of change continuously moving people around. Chain lightning. And all the bads. You're going to decide to go on the northern side. Push over here with the assistance of Tiger Shark and his Predator Annihilators. But the Death Ball of... Oh dear, did you... Master Cultivator Hunter Biden, have you been kicked out? You just left? Have you abandoned the game as well? Oh, lack of faith. Mon cher. He's gone. Couldn't be bothered. Dear oh dear. That's it, really, by the looks of things. Once the Basilisk go down, but then again, the Basilisks aren't going to do anything against these Heldrakes anyway. Yep, that's him done. Just holding that line. Keeping things together. Did the right-hand side team. As these guys just get thrown away like ragdolls. More or less. Oh, that was a fantastic game. Quite enjoyed that. Yeah, it was didn't think that the right-hand side team were going to be able to pull it off. There's a fair bit of the game left. I don't know, can it turn around again? We'll see. We've got the Redemptionists coming forward. These guys will do a fair bit of damage against the Hell Drakes. There does seem like there's a lot of them there. Lots of explosions. The Redemptionists seem to be weathering the storm. They're going to fall back there as they have been focus fired down. We have that mobile Capital Imperialis. And Saint Celestine on very low health at the moment. Not sure what her aim of the game is. It's aim just to die so she can come back again. But she will be contributing to this fight. And again, there are Chaos Terminators that she can now start punching. The Redemptionists actually been cut down. For a second, I thought they were going to have it. I've managed to kill one Helldrake, unless the other one fell back. I don't think the other one fell back. Oh, no, they've just got... Right, they've got two more over here. Right, so... Because I imagine that at the moment, you guys have got more money than the Chaos Gods themselves. So you can just bring forth as many Helldrakes as you damn well please. Tigershot losing his main HQ. And not much else left for them here. Chaos Terminators jumping around the sides. Avenging Angels there. Immortal. A fair bit of damage as well. And killing those Chaos Terminators actually with the assistance of the Incarcerator and the Capital Imperialis. It's 2v3. And it's not looking good or amazing for... Oh, they've still got their Automalist Tower over here. Are you rebuilding your stuff over on this side? Yes, you are, Mr. Tiger Shark. Also got that Sisters Shrine to the Emperor. Now, Sisters... So the Demon Hunters have got a fair bit of economy. Sisters have got a fair bit of economy as well. Could they give each other... Yeah, share the money. And then maybe nuke the enemy into submission. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. If you can knock out at least one of the opponents, that would then bring it to a 2 versus... Well, quasi 2 versus 2. For enough nukes. Just a case of... If you've got the idea of sharing those resources. They do have the missile silo. Doesn't seem like it's researching anything at the moment. Could all still kick off. Oh, there we go. There's the nuke. And it does seem that has killed all the Helldrakes. Oh, well. There we go. The game is afoot all the same. It's coming back. Triple Incarcerators. And the mobile Capital Imperial is still quite chunky, quite healthy at the moment. Incarcerators rocking on to this side. Might be able to say something to these Helldrakes. If they wish it. Whether these guys actually do a fair bit of damage to the... It's not entirely sure. Can you even fire upwards? That's my question. Got another Saint being spawned over here by the looks of things. And again, the Saints ain't going to do you much. Hooray, I mean, yes, okay, fair enough. You have got the all-important Avenging Angel. The holiest of holy saints. But she's not tall enough, Demi. She's not tall enough to quite swipe at the Helldrakes. Unless you bring her into the Chaos side of things, start beating things up, she's not going to do anything at all.
Let the mighty guide my hand.
I do like her voice though. Not the same fan of her voice as Saint Arabella. Doesn't do the same things to me internally, but Not the worst thing, is it? Chaos Terminators standing in the middle of this choke point. Also got those Granite Paladins. The most chaddest of chads, the broest of bros. They've got 6,000 health each, more or less, each model. Very slow to reinforce them there. Saint Celestine is not actually really doing all that well against them. In fact, now that the Helldrake is firing in there as well, struggling quite a lot. Yeah, could be doing investing your money. A lot better things. In fact, are you getting a new nuke? That's the question. That's what I want to know. Now, at this point, it's just a case of then the thing that they're going to need more than anything else is just some super duper weapons. These Shrines to the Emperor for Eric being finished. And we are seeing the Force of Chaos capturing things. A lot of change ready around the corner to jump in and cause havoc. The mobile capital trying to turn around and focus on the enemies in front. The numbers of Helldrakes have gone back to high numbers.
May the light be with you.
What's the options here? The team on the left and the team on the right. Well, I suppose the team on the right, they've got it made. They've got their strategy down to a fine art. Just rely on the big pigeons. And the Lord of Change coming in. Mutilators teleporting in. These guys are able to rip apart everything extremely quickly in close combat. They do not mess around. Also, they were teleporting, focusing on that Shrine to the Emperor. Do have a lot of Ecclesiastical Servitors over here to repair it there. Got the Grey Knight Terminators in close combat as well. The Saint Arabella. And in fear of the Mutilators, as chunky as they are, die pretty quick to such assaults. Tiger Shark says GG. And to be fair, it was a very good effort. I thought when the Imperial Guard left and they lost their Eldar companion, they were going to die more or less straight away, and that was it. But no, been able to hold on. Nuking those Helldrakes, that was the time for them to strike. Might have even been wise to focus 2 players down over here, because after all, Catgale was on her own, rather than trying to fight 2 players at once. But again, I suppose if they pushed over down here, that would then free these guys up to move over on this side. But I think as well, Sister's investing a lot into Saint Celestine, which probably not, again, like I've said it a billion times by now, I won't chew your ear off by saying it again, but yeah, the Helldrake's managing to just really win that game for the right-hand side team there. So, cool, nice one. Thank you so much for sending that game into the Discord. If you want to support the channel, look at the old Patreon, £1 gets you 1 extra game a week. And there is also Discord, where Discord things happen. My name's been Mr. Landshark, pleasure as always, never choke, and I will see you in a bit. Peace!